Okay, so One Piece chapter 1066, The Will of Ohara. So I got spoiled on something in this chapter about who's alive. So yeah, just going down. I'm just going in with that mentality. I need a good explanation as to why, but um, there's nothing to say. Let's get it. The Will of Ohara. We're back to Germa 66 Cold Blooded Voyage, Volume 23, returning to Germa with company. Alright. Okay, so we start right where we left off last chapter, like with Shaka saying, talking about the ancient city. What are you saying? A futuristic city like this existed in the distant past? This is just conjecture. I once knew a passionate archaeologist who was willing to risk his life to shed light on a certain ancient kingdom. Not only that, but at a certain site, machinery was excavated that dated back to the same era as the kingdom. And obviously, Robin is asking questions because he's fucking Robin. Are you saying that machinery was created during the Void century? And Cheka's like, you tell me. I mean, you know something about this, Robin. I don't know why I tried to make a fucking British accent with that, but sure. Shaka keeps going. No doubt it's a painful memory, but 22 years ago, your home of Ohara was eradicated by a buster call. I think that happened because Ohara uncovered the details of that kingdom's existence. I believe the history of the Void Century is the history of a conflict, one between an alliance of 20 nations and the Forgotten Advanced Kingdom. Gordon! Yes! The victorious 20 went on to form the world government and shape history as we know it, and to ensure that the ideas of the ancient kingdom will live on, they erased every trace of it from history. What? That's crazy. What? Is this for real? All of the straws reacting except for Robin. Whoa, what an epic and romantic tale. Wait, hang on, Vegapunk, says Sanji. You mean everyone who knows about this? Okay, the that explains why the fucking world government wants to kill Vegapunk now. He knows the truth. Like he knows what happened. Gets eliminated? Indeed. Then why did you tell us? Yeah, I can't unhear it. Come on, brain, forget it. You didn't hear anything, says Usopp. Like I said, this is just conjecture, says Shaka. So tell me, Nico Robin, if I am right and that discovery is why Ohara was wiped out, then wouldn't the government's actions be tantamount to a confirmation? Robin's this is like I thought it was gonna be just like Frankie's arc, but like we're getting so much information. Like this is Robin's arc also. Oh fuck God, I love you. Why are you asking about this? The scholars did devise a theory after all. After all their extensive research. But wouldn't someone as high up in the government as you know about it already? I'm afraid government affiliations makes no difference. I'm kept in the dark, like everybody else. Even bringing this topic up to them will result in my immediate erasure. Then stop telling us. This is just torture. Let us out of here, says Usopp. And Robin comes back. If that's true, how could you know they were researching that kingdom? All the books and materials were on Ohara and they were the will of Ohara lives on. That day shook the world. In a single night, Ohara, the island of the island renowned for its love of knowledge, was wiped out, save for one little girl. The scholars were labeled devils, dissidents who plotted to overthrow the government. A few months after the incident, I paid a visit of my own to the scorched earth of O'Hara. Oh wow, he went there. I was acquainted with Professor Clover, the foremost authority on archaeology. I figured I should at least leave some flowers for him. Oh, that's so okay. Vegapunk is a nice guy. You knew Professor Clover? Clover. Oh, he was a pirate. He was an adventurer. Oh. His obsession with the Void Center fueled his adventurous lifestyle, searching for relevant texts the world over. The Marines incarcerated him on at least 10 occasions by the time he settled down. He was the world's most famous archaeologist. That is fucking awesome. Over the countless scholars were over time. Oh, sorry. Over time, countless scholars were drawn to him, and they all flocked to O'Hara. It truly became the holy land of archaeology. Unfortunately, the aftermath of those talented minds coming together would prove tragic. When I stepped foot on O'Hara, even the tree of knowledge had been burned to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it. Oh, and I did get spoiled that we get to see the actual Vegapunk's body in this chapter, and I been told is one of the Oda's classic designs. He looks goofy. But the lake at the center of the island had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. What in the world? Oh, we have kind of like a flashback of Vegapunk being in the island. I could only assume that it was the work of the scholars. They must have dedicated the final moments to ensure that the future had access to their treasure trove of knowledge. Obviously, Robin never knew about any of this because she probably never tried to step foot on O'Hara ever again. If any Marines did discover the books, they were apparently too ignorant to understand their value and left them behind. Oh, no, sorry. They were apparently too ignorant to understand their value and let them be. O'Hara had triumphed over them. When I realized that, I couldn't stop myself from crying. Oh my fucking god, I wanna cry right now. And you can see like he's kind of, I don't know if it's that effect, but it looks like he's kind of shaking. And obviously Robin's about this tearing up to having flashback to Olvia. Please take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes from the island. I still have a duty to see her. Mommy, I don't want to leave you. Let me stay too. Save the books. Get the reference material of the library. Robin, history is our greatest treasure. It must be preserved. We can't just give up on your future. Ah, fuck. I feel like crying. I'm gonna fucking start tearing up in this. Mommy, be proud, Robin. Your mom was an honorable woman. O'Hara stood up to the world. It says, and Robin is just crying from all of this. You helmet wearing bastard, how dare you make Robin cry? That's it, Vegapunk, you better release his shoes. Vegapunk, it's just as you said. They came back to the same conclusions about the kingdom before the incident. I see. So it's all true then. Where where are the books from the lake now? Asked Robin. I really wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard, but I knew if the top brass ever caught wind, it would all be over. So instead, they were taken by the people I saw that day. O'Hara, West Blue, 22 years ago. A few months after the Buster Call incident. Someone else is visiting the debris. Giant? That's Vegapunk? I saw the next panel. Giant? Alright, let's pull them up. Who are they? What should I do? Do they have any idea how important those books are? Isashi Burida na, Vegapunk. As usual, the head of yours makes you stand out. Is that you? Dragon, what are you doing? What are you doing here? That's my line. This fucking young dragon before the tattoo. That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's gotten a good bit bigger. Oh, and Dragon says, I knew Old Man Clover. You too? I once. I know he once. I know he was once a bit of a hooligan roaming the seas. But all that nonsense about him destroying the world, it's blatant propaganda. Yes, fuck yes! Here it is! Monkey D. Dragon, head of the Freedom Fighters. It wasn't the Revolutionary Army 22 years ago, it was the Freedom Fighters. Dr. Vegapunk, head of Punk Hazard Laboratory, 43 years old. So Vegapunk is 65. 22, yes, 60, he's 65 years old right now. Are you worried about the giants? They're not scavengers. I had a word with them just now. It seems they're from Elbaf, and they're fully aware of the value of the books. Their captain was a strange giant who wrapped head to toe in bandages. Yeah. We're eating good whiskey. We're eating good. He said O'Hara sacrificed itself for those treasures, and he couldn't let them be erased from history. After seeing a government lackey like you lurking about, I'm glad they're here to scoop them up and keep them safe. Hey, you know I'd never. You passed on joining the Freedom Fighters a while ago, but it still made me sick to hear about you becoming one of their lapdogs. Don't be stupid. Your ragtag operation was always too poor. What good are my skills and intellect if I can't actually build anything? Fuck. I know. You're as blunt as ever. The world government is an insanely huge organization. There are plenty of decent people on the inside that can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Don't lose sight of the end goal, Dragon. And there's like a gray marker of a piece of wood, O'Hara. I get it, but I can't just sit back after this. It's too damn much. Those harmless scholars were brutally snuffed out just for questioning their authority. It's a farce. I'm going to raise an army that can fight them head on. Okay, this is interesting. I thought you hated war. Just watch Vegapunk. I'll change the world. Just watch Vegapunk. I'll change the world. Wow, that's interesting. So, Dragon hates war. Oh, this is fucking awesome. This is such a good chapter. Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm fangirling too hard right now. Holy shit. The Will of O'Hara don't die. Oh, sorry. The Will of O'Hara won't die with Clover. And within a year, he, Emporio Ivankov, and Bartholomew Kuma founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. Wow, Luffy's dad sound intense, says Nami. Did you say Elbaf? Who says Usopp? Professor Clover's fate motivated dragon. Like they're basically this panel, this panel right here encompasses the entirety of the One Piece fandom right now. My head's gonna blow. Why did Kuma help us? And why do you modify him so much, Vegapunk? Eva, That bastard was one of the founding members of the revolutionaries. The book, the books from O'Hara certainly couldn't be left to be found by the government, but my curiosity compelled me to make a discreet trip to Elbath, where the books were taken, and they allowed me to read each and every one of them. In other words, I took everything O'Hara uncovered about the world's secret and memorized it. It's all in my head, and I've continued the research, and that's all. That's fucking Sol. He's in Elbath right now. We need to. Elbath is the next car. Is Elbath is the next fucking arc. We have to go. Sol is in fucking Elbath. And Robin guessed it. That giant captain, he's called Sol, isn't he? And everybody's just going, he's hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. Robin crying with a smile is such a wholesome panel. I fucking love this. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk. Thank you for not letting O'Hara's sacrifice be in vain. I try to help progress every field of thought. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's my nature as a scholar. And he starts like dragging them with the shoes. Well, the shoes are moving on their own. What? I can't release you just yet. Follow me. There's something I want to show you. Okay, we go back to Luffy, Jinbe, Bunny, and Choppa. Junkyard, Egghead's fabrication stratum. Choppa, there's no way to get in. Oh, it must be the type that move on his own, but with the giant ass armor. Move! Move, Robo! Says Choppa. Does he need a special command? Maybe we just gotta say its name, says Luffy. Move, Robonosuke. Move, Robo King. You guys are such kids. Ain't no ways move. What? The robot's gonna blow up and there's gonna like sound coming from the chest of the robot. Save me, Quasar. No good, another debacle. Somebody please save me, Quasar. Perhaps space-time bend mid-warp? That's the... There's a guy like Kinemon here, I'm thinking. Gotcha, it's him. So, and we see everyone can see us right now. Perhaps space-time bend mind warp? Timey-wimey? There's a guy like Kinemon here, I got you. It's him! Much obliged. Your dragon's... He knows Luffy's dragon. Oh yeah, oh duh. Word of the best, duh. Sorry. You're Dragon's boy, right? I knew you'd come. Good job on making it. Oh my bunny! Dear me, you should have gotten big. It's splendid to see you in full. It's splendid to see you so full of vigor. So he's literally just fucking around the island. What, old man? Are you floating? Vegapunk! And he's just like ignoring. You can float too, you know. Those dumb shoes you're wearing have a nifty hover function. What? See here, press the button on the side, grab the lever, and give it a big old push. And all of them are doing it. Like Chopper and Luffy are doing it like this. That's the way. Gadzooks. We've flown too far. Save us, Quasar. And they just start floating with rocket boots. Dr. Vegapunk. The man with the biggest brain in the world, leader of the Navy's SSG, Special Science Group. Chapter 1066 and I had an idea that Vegapunk was gonna look kind of like dumb, kind of like cartoony. Like I love his design so much. This is awesome. Yeah, that was One Piece chapter 1066. Oh my fucking god! There's been a theory from since fucking forever that Saul's actually alive because anybody watching. Oh my fucking god! There's a channel called the Double Dragon Bros. They're two One Piece reactors. Well, they're anime reactors. One of them have been saying since he fucking watched all the Robin flashback, he's been saying that Soul is alive. That motherfucker got it. Holy shit. Anyway, that was chapter 1066. If you like this, like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you want to see me react to, let me know in the comments. I'll try to grow the channel. This has been awesome. This was a 10 out of 10 chapter. I'm loving every single moment of this arc. Peace.